of Mustang Action News. I'm Gabe Pedraza.
And I'm Kayla Hoku.
Now let's get started by heading right over to Sean Allen Thompson with international news.
Today in world news, Japan's government projects that their population will shrink by a staggering 30% by 2060. That's down from 128 million all the way down to 86.7 million people. That's a lot of people. Now alongside this, their birth rate keeps decreasing and the elderly just keep growing older because of advances in medicine and technology. The amount of their elderly will be roughly 40% compared to today's 23%. This could be because of the earthquakes, tsunamis, and the nuclear radiation that happened after that. Back on over to you, anchors.
Thanks, Sean.
Now let's head over to Gabe Pedraza with some national news. In national news, Nathan Stiles, a 17-year-old senior from Spring Hill, Kansas High School, died recently due to chronic traumatic encephalopathy. This is a degenerative disease found in athletes who take constant hits to the head. Nathan was returning for his last game of the season, which was unfortunately the last day of his life. He was taken out for 3 weeks earlier in the season due to a concussion. He then returned for his last game of the season, where he collapsed before halftime after taking a blow to the head. He then was life-flighted to the hospital, where he sadly died. His legacy will be remembered by furthering the research to prevent diseases such as this one. Back to you guys. Thanks, Gabe. That's some riveting news.
Now over to our news segment, Picture This with Kane.
On January 2nd, former Penn State head coach Joe Paterno passed away at age 85. The former World War II veteran dedicated 50 years to Penn State. During his time as head coach, he recorded the most wins as a head coach ever with 409, led the Nittany Lions to 2 national championships, and finished in the top 25 35 times. In the middle of the Jerry Sandusky sexual abuse claims, the Board of Trustees voted to fire Paterno for not informing law enforcement of Sandusky's doings. Shortly after being fired, Joe Paterno was diagnosed with lung cancer that shortly took his life. His funeral was on January 25th.
Thanks, Kane.
Now let's head over to Derek with sports.
Hey sports fans, Derek Walterman here. Today I'm going to show you the highlights between the Newfoundland Mustangs and the Pocahontas-Erie County Palmer Indians, otherwise known as PEPT. Rigo Johnson dishes it off to Andrew Temple for 2 points. Andrew Temple feeds the ball to Ben Hecht for another 2 points. Jonathan Scrapdog Johnson penetrates the paint for an easy layup. Andrew Temple puts on a clinic and scores. The game got a little bit feisty as the Temple of Doom gets tangled up with a player. The Mustangs ended up winning that game 67-59. Back to you guys.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Wow, I wish I had a chocolate maraca straw to drink this water with. Wow! Holy bovine, Batman!
Simply place the chocolate maraca straw into any beverage of your choice.
Wow, that's great.
And it's a great maraca.
We've started a band! Look out, Hollywood!
Thanks, Derek. Glad to hear we won that game.
Now over to me with an interview on state speech. I'm Kayla Hoku, and I'm here with Jenny Lampy on an interview for state speech. When and where is state speech?
It's in Spencer, Iowa, and it's this Saturday, the 4th.
What does it take to qualify for state speech?
Well, you go to districts, and you have to get a 1 from the judge in order to advance to the state.
And what is your part in speech?
I'm in choral reading and Reader's Theater, and in Reader's Theater I play the part of the fairy godmother and Snow White.
What has been your biggest achievement in speech?
Every year since I was a freshman, I've gone to state, gotten a 1 in all the things I've been in.
Okay. What is your favorite part of speech overall?
I like just going to the bigger schools and just hanging out all day and, of course, performing, making people laugh. It's fun.
Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, you betcha.
Thanks, Kayla. That's some good stuff.
Now let's go over to Brady with What's the Word?
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird.
Does the word Rapinga mean? Isn't that the name of, like, that boy's girlfriend off of Boy Meets World?
It means... I have no clue.
Sounds like a game.
Repeat.
Rapinga?
Repeat.
Saturday morning at about 9 a.m., Crawford County experienced its third bank robbery in the past 3 months. The man who robbed this bank was about 5'10", had a red goatee, and used a Molotov cocktail. Local townspeople think that this man may have robbed two other towns in the county, but investigators are still looking into it right now. If you have any information, you're supposed to call the Crawford County Police.
Good show, Gabe. See you next week.
Yes. Gabe.
Fidel! We meet again.
Hey. Nathan. Wow, and Nathan. I can't stop cheesing.
What's that gonna look like?
Can't say that. Dang it. Wow, I don't know. That was bad.
Matt wanted to play.
Why do I never know what to say there? What was it?
Sean, you were talking and it just messed me up, man. Springfield, Kansas.
I just kept saying the word over. Why do I keep saying unfortunately? My voice cracked. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna freak out.
3 minutes.
It's plenty of time. I'm starting to sweat.
Okay, it's game time.
Ready? Go.
Back to you guys.
Not with this.